Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm rather incoherent, and against my better judgment, I'm going to stop playing Crook Pig for a couple of hours and go ahead and make a Dooley video. If you want to climb ladder right now, Pygmalion is the way to go. Vanessa has strong builds, but it feels very difficult to line up the moving pieces consistently. I have a lot of Vanessa games. I'd say I have like maybe 50% win rate as Vanessa going 10 wins, and the rest tend to get to like 7. But when I'm playing Vanessa, I tend to feel like I can have really broken damage builds and really broken poison builds, and I can cobble together some stuff that just barely makes it to 10 wins flawlessly if I have a good early game, but I feel like it's very much out of my control, and maybe that's how the game is supposed to feel. But as Pygmalion, I feel like I can just run people over with Crook every single game, and I think I've had one 7-win Pygmalion game and like 9 or 10 10-win Pygmalion games. Crook Pygmalion is a menace on the ladder right now, and if you want to climb ladder, that's what you should play, which is why I'm basically just playing Crook Pygmalion. And my original opinion of I don't want to see Crook get nerfed, like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Crook should get nerfed. I don't feel great about playing things that aren't Crook Pygmalion, and that's probably not a good thing. But today we're going to be playing Dooley, because the fact is I just haven't been playing Dooley. I've been playing a good chunk of Vanessa, a ton of Pygmalion, and a very little Dooley. So I'm going into this as someone who's only played pre-patch Dooley and pretty much only played friend core Dooley at that. I've watched enough other people playing them, familiar with stuff like combat core beatdown, various different cool freeze builds. I'm aware of like how important skill-based synergies and certain archetype enabling pieces are, but I don't know how reliably I can force what strategies, and we're very much going to be playing it by ear, which is basically my criticism of Vanessa and everyone who's not Pygmalion, is that you have to play it by ear and you can't just go in with a plan, which you're probably not supposed to be able to do in the first place. Anyway, nobody likes lengthy introductions. That's enough rambling about the balance and the state of the meta. Time to give it over to past me so that I can take you on a journey as we stumble through Dooley together and try to figure out what we can do to get to 10 wins with this little guy. All right, getting into Dooley, who I don't feel very comfortable on at all. We have weaponized core, which is all right. The core, which is, wait, I'm sorry. I thought weaponized core was the core. Weaponized core is, I hear, the worst one, and looking at it with how many weapons are available to Dooley, I believe that. We have the core and ignition core. I think I'd only use burn core if it were up against like shield core and weaponized core. I would rather friend core, but the core I'm happy to take. We have shield scaling, burn scaling on medium items, and just burn. I think it's very likely that I do something like get a Chris Army knife that just does a lot more work than he normally would if I take rear shielding. It's much harder, I think, to make the burn build work, although its early game top end would be higher. It's something I've started gravitating towards as I terrorize the ladder off camera with Crook Pig, is I really like getting one early experience as often as I can before the second day ends, because that tends to mean I'm a level above my opponents or equal to them if they do the same thing. And I hate early stores, so I never have the money for them. Also, medium and large is just bad in Dooley anyway, so I'm going to take this abandoned chest for 2 gold, 1 XP. And Kyber Drone I can beat because I have a damage core. I don't know that I can beat Viper. And Fanged England is just worse rewards with Kyber Drone. So, Kyber it is. I wouldn't want trains, although there are ways to scale that. It wouldn't actually be bad. I could get some crazy stuff going on with Hamlet later, potentially. Insect Wing is obviously good. Stinger is fine. Langjin is at least the most gold. Eagle Talisman's really the only thing I'm not happy to get off of this Kyber Drone. Not that I'm intending to use the Langjin long at all. It will be board filler at best. And quick reminder, how does this core work again? Dooley has so much to put to memory, and I've pretty much exclusively played friend core Dooley up to this point. It's just going to hit hard and then charge the things to the right of it, or be charged by the things to the left of it. Oh wait, do I fucking lose? I tie. Good enough, you win, ties. I will take the insect wings. I can go to buy weapons, which will almost certainly get me a Chris Army knife on day 1 if I hit the roll, and the other options are terrible, so sure.
My battle days are over, but my
Armadillo is not it. This is power drill's terrible. Laser pistol requires probably some very specific synergies. Armadillo is not good alone. Definitely not 4 gold good. At least we got the Chris Army knife.
Carry my weapon?
Do I want to buy an Uzi to put 24 damage into my opponent on day 1 for 1 gold? It does pretty drastically increase my chance of winning on day 1. Putting this on the left will charge my other items, putting on the... I think it's better to charge my other items and to actually, more specifically, use the Uzi to charge Chris Army Knife because he's the best. I think doing this puts me in the strongest spot day 1. The Uzi fires off 12 times, putting 12 extra seconds into Chris Army Knife, who has shield scaling. And that's a plan for day one. It's not a great plan, but it can beat a lot of people who are floundering day one. None of this is great. I'm probably going to go to shield skills since I'm currently all in on a Chris Army knife. Getting an item is fine. Selling items seems bad. Shield skills is bad. I kind of just want to take a random item, to be honest. It's a lot of things that I could be happy with. There's very few that I'm upset with. Like, it's at least 1 gold. There's a lot of shield skills where I'm like, man, that does nothing. And it's going to hurt my economy going to the next day, although I don't know what I even want to buy day 1 and 2 on Dooley as part of the problem. Like, the things that are strong to Dooley in my mind aren't early. I'm going to take an item. Just have better economy later. Hey, Microdave. Oh, hey, it's me. We've got the same skin. What's up, other Dooley? I'm very happy to see you, because it means my odds of winning just went up dramatically. Alright, he also has shield scaling. He has more items with it, but it's less shield scaling. I have no idea who wins this. This is completely Greek to me. I think that I generate less shield than he does, but I'm not certain because of the weirdness going on with charging Chris Army Knife. I either win or lose by a very narrow margin. It's looking like a loss presently. Yeah, I've just generated a lot less shield than he does. Unfortunate. This is just a Dooley that abandoned his core for better shield scaling. I don't know if that's good though. It means that going into the, it gets him a win, right? Getting more wins early. If it actually got him the win, it's pretty solid. But I don't know if it did. I feel like, there are so many Vanessas this beats, to be honest. Unfortunate, I got a shield scaling Dooley that did it better than me, but it's fine. And we'll take the income to try to help out with the economy. It's the whole reason I took the item in the first place. Income, chocolate bars, medium items. I feel like there are tons of bad early medium items when I take the income. Tools, experience the right price, get an item. I'm gonna check out tools. I don't know if there's any big hits here.
That's up to you.
I mean, I take the Chris Army Knife upgrade for sure. Got a Microdave I can put on the board. Is there any shot that this reroll is good? Because I've already got the Chris Army Knife. That's the thing I was thinking about when I came here. It's so jank playing early Doolies. I'm gonna roll just to get a more informed decision going in the future. If I level up, it'll give me space to put the duct tape down. It's not very good, but it's only a 1 gold investment to have that option available. I'll get killed by crab scaling and I can't kill warrior, so that locks me into Tent City Mirror. The reward don't even matter. I should beat Tent City Mirror. This guy's a bit of a walkover. Losing to the better shield scaling Dooley day 1 hurts. I'm still a little bit sad about that. I wish I could open my inventory during a fight, or at least like hover it and get it to display what's in it. It's wings and duct tape. Which honestly, like, the duct tape might already be better than Microdave. This guy sucks. Looking at what Tent City Mirror is offering, none of these are good. I really just want one of these items to sell for more. Augmented defense is actually like almost built around. I will never have the economy to really capitalize on it. But I wouldn't be upset with augmented defenses. That's the most gold I could have got from him, so I'm very happy with that. Small and medium items. Please God, find me a build. Is Microdave it? That doesn't sound right at all. He's only going to be doing 6 burn for 2 item slots. It's so bad. But I can start building up a Brick Buddy strat. I think I want the Brick Buddy as a way to, because I'm clearly all in on scaling defenses. I have no way to kill somebody right now. I'm gonna take the Brick Buddy for sure. This Microdave seems garbage to me. I'm winning in long games. I'm not even trying to kill people. So what's the point in investing in Microdave? We could take Gear Nola. It doesn't seem like any of this is worth money to me. When our board expands, we're adding Brick Buddy to it, and that's the entire change. No, we need another 1 slot item if we want to use this duct tape, which I really want to use that duct tape. Gear Nola runs out. GPU hastes the core for 1 second, and it's triggering the core. It's not great, but it's currently better than nothing, and nothing might be what I have. Silver tier items. Gun to my head, I couldn't name a single thing that came in at silver on this character. I have such better knowledge of both Vanessa and Pig. Man, this is disheartening to look at. I'm going to toss this now. Oh, I didn't get the extra XP during this day. My board's not going to expand. That's really bad. All right, so we have an interesting decision to make. That decision is called, how much money do I even have? If I threw out almost everything, I can afford a combat armor or a bulldozer. And the fact that I basically can't do this hurts like hell. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I sell everything, double check that math, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I sell everything, I can afford one of these. And combat armor to me is the more hype one. Okay. I wasn't expecting the last roll hit a 12 cost item that I wanted, but abandoned ship, we have a new plan. Get in here, combat armor. And this is faster than Chris Army Knife, so there's no reason to have it there. Are we going to try to beat down, or... I feel like we're pretty good at beatdown. Not great, but like... We're not going to be good at stalling with this build compared to an actual stall build. We'd have to kill them. I feel like we're roughly equivalently shit at whichever one we do, and there's no point thinking further about this. All right, Filthy Muffin. Let's see how this goes. If I had actually had the extra level up and been able to play a Brick Buddy strat going into this, I'd have just crushed this fight because it's Vanessa, but oh. You only have 2 shots, I win. This is the reason I've been kind of gravitating towards Pig, is I've had Vanessa games like this person is having, where I've just got a cannon and a dream, and every Vanessa game that starts that way ends in tragedy. It's never anything else. There feel like there are a lot of Vanessa openings where I'm cobbling together bad early games that never evolve into anything, and his entire board is that. He has one good card on his board, and it's not the thing that he clearly wants to be playing right now. Your Leptos weapon gains 5 damage. You have a tool that gains an additional 5. Tools have their cooldowns reduced by 5, or get a shield at them. None of these are super crazy. I'm always partial to cooldown scaling, but I feel like I just want to put this on the combat core for max damage, and like tool cooldown's just not good right now. Move this back to the right. I have enough money I can buy something at Sterling. I can also just get a random small item, very good chance it's a friend and fast. Sterling has probably lower odds of giving me something like water cooler. I've only got 8 gold. Sterling bankrupts me at the first shop of the day. I don't like that. I'm a fucking psychic, apparently. I only have the one friend, so it's not like a great water cooler. Well, there are a lot of other small friends, and I didn't just bankrupt myself at the first shop.
Haggling. Ugh.
Charcoal's pretty terribly slow. Spending 4 gold on this when it's never going to be part of my end build, I'd rather reroll and hope for somebody else. Unfortunate, but fine. Shit, I can only afford either the GPU or the crypto. The GPU is obviously very good right now, and haste both of the things that I'm relying on to win. The crypto is going to give me economy and a character that's completely run out of economy. I'm going to take crypto. I hope I don't end up losing the fight at the end of the day because of this decision, but I think it's my best shot. I could just die to Eccentric Aetheryte depending on shield timing, I feel like. But they also have the things I'm most interested in. Probably most important of all. Oh wait, I have 55 shield on this guy. I need to stop worrying and just go kill this man.
A lot of work to do, but this'll be fun.
I think we should just be completely fine here. Maybe I'm just like comically overconfident, but I see 55 shield with scaling damage, and I don't know why I should be afraid of Eccentric Aetheryte. Although I'm making a good case that I should have been afraid right now, because my board's not big enough to scale up this core in any meaningful capacity is the real answer. Oh, I think we're okay, but it's not pretty. Like, I've been hovering and they've been plummeting, so I should win in Sandstorm unless there's some catastrophe of timing windows. But I think we're fine. Yeah, we win. Okay. I thought I forgot water core is 10 seconds and we have no haste, and like the combat core does not actually scale up that fast right now, but it still worked. What on earth is your skill? That's very good. Relax for shield at the start of the fight. Sell bronze to your skills. Sell bronze junk items. The junk items aren't gonna help me. This is free, and it makes my odds of winning the next fight tremendously higher, so I'm gonna take it. Small and medium items, I think, are the only option.
Do you have any huge
Brick Buddy. Adjacent friend again, huh? If you all say adjacent friend, it's a slight problem. I killed the hardest fight, so I'm gonna level up, giving me room for the Armadillo on this board. I only have 7 gold, so I can reroll and hope or take Armadillo. Armadillo's going to kind of suck a lot. Brick Buddy is at least usable. And I could put him between them and actually have Brick Buddy be good, or I could put him to the right of Walter Cooler just for more health. I'm gonna buy a pretty awful Brick Buddy for this point in time. I need to check my crypto. I'm terrible at the game. And I'm going to leave.
Huge thing.
Get a tool, get a friend, please. It's not the one that scales up Water Cooler, but it's technically also still the one that scales up Water Cooler. And I'm going to make this decision, which maximizes health farming, but doesn't actually maximize defenses, on the assumption that we're either racing each other and I can't defend myself, or he's scaling defensively, and I just have to scale offensively as fast as I can, and the shield doesn't matter at all. Not sure that this is right, but I feel confident in it. As confident as I can feel with anything involving Beatdown Dooley. Oh, it's bronze. He didn't start with it. Yeah, I demolished that. That's not a build. I was like looking everything over a couple of times. There's nothing going on here. This man is the embodiment of Dooley dies early game, what can you do? Oh, like clockwork at bronze with the core feels very sad. Yeah, that's how I was hoping my first Dooley fight might go. Honestly, the Dooley I fought day one might beat that guy. His damage was so bad. Sells items, work at the docks, earn money, lose income. Definitely sell items. I have the goal to do something here. Work at the docks isn't permanent income. That's the mountain pass. I wonder if there's like a combat court. Because it's called combat, probably not. It would make sense if there was like a use your powerlifting suit to work at the docks like there is for Astrolabe. But I'm gonna sell items.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
Gemsnail's not doing it. None of this is doing it. Let's try again. Awesome. That's much better than where we were a second ago. I actually also really want the memory core though. 12 seconds is a long time for Beatdown Dooley to let people live. Oh, speaking of, check your crypto, asshole. 7's pretty good. I'm gonna sell it at 7. I'm not gonna wait on that. We take the Walter Cooler every time, and then we sort out board positioning. Obviously, the two go in the middle, and it's largely inconsequential which one goes where. And I think I'm just happy with that. I'm mostly just trying... yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm mostly just trying to get more friends on board to charge this faster, and to make sure that I can scale defenses at least a little bit better than a half-online Brick Buddy. Skills for Dooley is specifically a lot better than it is for other characters, I feel like, because he has so many weird interactions. I'm gonna check this out.
You have great potential.
That's one of them. That's one of the things I was thinking of when I specifically said its skills are better for Dooley, is machine learning. Can't even talk. Machine learning. Upgrade both cores for 6. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna take machine learning. It seems incredibly unfortunate disconnect timing there. 1 second. So like I was saying, machine learning, upgrade both cores, the scaling so much faster, the damage is so much higher. Getting either of the upgrade abilities from Boiler Room Brawler is insane. I don't know if he has anything else I care about. When you haste Shield 10 could be very useful later on with Aiden. Hammer and Wrench are both absolutely cracked. The rest of this is just Fender trash garbage, but the hits are the biggest hits imaginable. Yeah, so we're out-shielding his damage, but he's a chump enemy anyway, so it doesn't really count for much. And scaling up our damage to pretty solid levels. I feel like we beat most people for day 4. We definitely still get just rolled by a Crook Pig. I've had Diamond Crooks on day 3 before, so I'm not confident at all if PC Pygmalion. But against anyone else, I feel pretty alright. There's no way for me to upgrade Combat Core. The rest of my weapons, well, Chris Army Knife is alright. But a small weapon could be a Chris Army Knife. All of these feel pretty weak to me, but a small weapon generates money as opposed to wasting it on the reroll. And hey, that's some extra damage. It's something. I'm gonna take the gold and experience here again. I don't know what I'm looking for at silver tier. I think friend Aiden exists at silver. Yeah, he does. So I'm gonna check silver tier after all. None of this is it. Oh, no. Haste the core. When you haste the core, give it 10 damage. Affects both of them. And Brick Buddy's not doing a ton. So I could just move Walter over, put this down. It's 8 gold. Absolutely not. Hey, Hamlets. When you slow charge this 1 second, there's some weird loops that start with this with skills later on. I think I just want to have a Hamlet in my bag. I know the Hamlet's not doing anything now, but I want him for later. Get 2 gold for each tool you have. Is Hamlet a tool? Look at this little guy paying for himself immediately. 125 max health or friend cooldown reduced. It's only 3% compared to like 6 gold enabling bigger shops or 125 health. I'm gonna take the gold. I'm greedy. Ah, damn it, we're dead. It's Pig. There's a chance it's a floundering pig that didn't find a crook. But based on my experience playing Pig lately, I am dead in the water. Wait a second, you don't have a crook at all. You just have a 1 damage yo-yo you're triggering a lot. Does it scale off something? Okay, he's dead. There's like this massive sense of tension when I open a pig fight, where even when I see he's not doing anything, I'm like double checking everything, like no, this is a trick. There's some silly scaling thing, we're about to take 5,000 poison. Something's going to get me. But no, we're fine. That pig had nothing going on, we got very lucky. 3 regen, shield skills, small items. Probably shield skills, to be honest. There's a lot of shield things where it bounces off of you onto something else. The small items. First Aiden's very good. Water Cooler's very good. Upgrading any of the friends I'm using is fine. I think I'm being greedy not going to Andy, but like you can just miss is the problem. Copperhead has nothing to do with us. I can't imagine making a good poison Dooley. We can get the GPU now. We don't necessarily need this Wallace or even this. I'm fine buying back the Uzi, getting the GPU, and just scaling much faster than the Brick Buddy is. And as a beatdown deck, oh wait, soldering gun. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna take the soldering gun for sure. Brick Buddy is out, and I think GPU is the thing to take.
Whoever said money can't buy class had.
So what we're gonna do is put soldering next to Army Knife, which gives it triple multicast. Oh right, we don't even have the thing yet. So congratulations, you're going in the Hamlet pile. So this goes here, and we take the Uzi after all.
Remember, diamonds come in.
Make sure he's next to his friends. Sells friend items, you say. Get a slow item. What is the method of slow that you use to trigger Hamlet? I can't remember how this combo works. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there really is one. I think like you just find it on skill synergies. I'll go to sells friend items to try to get an Aiden in the bag, but right now I don't even know he goes on a board. No thank you to those friends. Well, I'll take the update on Wallace. Still something. Oh, fun fact. The nanobot guy, he's glitched right now. Don't buy him. He forgets to actually give you the nanobots. I'm gonna toss this for the damage scaling. Keep this to sell it later in case I somehow get like a loop. And I'm pretty sure we crush a mod squad. So I'll go fight mod squad. There's an argument that maybe I should be playing like slow defensive fights just to get more value out of Water Cooler. I don't like that argument. I like playing the deck in the strong way. I can understand how this is wrong. I don't know, if I'm playing super aggressively, Water Cooler health scaling isn't as big of a deal, but I'm still gonna get a decent amount of fight. It's not like I'm killing him instantly at all. Although I do kill him far before Sandstorm. I could have easily got another 20 to 40 health in a different fight with a different setup. Because I have to kill him, I can't let him scale. Oh! I can't imagine there's room. There actually currently does appear to be room. Hold up. What's that look like? We're losing haste on the core, very fast charging with the Uzi, and Wallace for shield scaling. We're getting 20% cooldown reduction on those two guys, and more damage scaling. The damage scaling doesn't matter. We get better damage scaling off of just the Uzi. There's just no rhyme or reason to doing it that way. That's absolutely wrong. You can hang out in the back before I sell you shortly, but there's no way he gets to stick around. Large items on day 5. I still think we can't upgrade Combat Core, which is the only large item I care about. Multicast? Would multicast be something I care about? Not in the beatdown deck. Okay, the small weapon probably doesn't matter. I think I might work at the docks and take a tool. Just because there are some really wild cross-class things that can give me. Actually, maybe a shield item. There's a lot of bad shield items. There's a lot of bad tools, too. Yeah, that's not helping anything. 25 max health per level is pretty big. Upgrade the core, huh? All right. Let's try to get out of this game as fast as possible. That is a lot of upgrades for day 5. Do I just want the gold and experience? Sells items for sure. I have 15 gold.
Profit 10.
None of this is it. Sorry, try again. Remote control uses the core, but it takes 10 seconds to go off. I just don't see how any of my items can ever be worse than remote control. It's just so weak, even with double core.
As long as we get to
I have nothing triggering at start, so I can just start the fight. Don't have to worry about cash registers. I'm not playing Pygmalion. I'm just adjusted to it, where I always think I have to juggle inventory right before the game ends, or the day ends rather. Medium weapon damage, clockwork core leveling. That's a big chunk of damage. I think I still just kill him way before he kills me because I have stuff like the Uzi and the haste. Yeah. Additionally, I also have more damage just from base upgrade level. His being silver is kind of a massive deal. Like, this has been getting scaled off the gold skill, and it's only about 100 damage above mine because I'm higher in upgrade level by a huge amount. Max health is always valuable, but items.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Stop giving me Copper Ed. He's the worst friend. Brick Buddy, do you get to be in the build anyway? Like, how could you possibly get to be here? I gave up on water cooler scaling, but like by the time I'm willing to do that, it'll be far, far later in the build. Metronome likely applies permanent haste to these guys, but that already happens while charging, so Metronome doesn't really have a purpose right now. Brick Buddy's the only thing here I'm looking at, and I feel like the fact I'm still looking at Brick Buddy is a tremendous mistake. I mean, giving up damage, scaling, beatdown potential, and farming to what? Have like slightly better shield? If I wanted to do that, I could just put this on the other side, right? I don't think I'm ever gonna need this Brick Buddy. It's just sitting in my inventory because I don't have a reason to sell it yet, so it's technically wrong to sell it. Small items, let's see it, Andy.
Just taking the first step toward.
Not gonna be using Virus Bait Array. Charcoal is not it either. We're a beatdown with core armor deck. Hey, first Aiden finally showed up. Looks like we're gonna need some room. Bulldozer is my biggest item, so I'm gonna toss him.
Tell everyone you got it here.
Now, first Aiden, you're good, but you're not haste the whole board. You're just gonna stick around for synergies later like everyone else. We're gonna go back to beating people to death in brutal fashion with our combat armor. I have to look up Inferno. I don't know. I know he's scary as hell, but I scale up and kill pretty quickly. Okay, yeah, I've thought better of it. You take 33 burn at the start, and he only scales up from there comically hard. So I'm gonna mind my own business and go talk to the foreman, see if he needs any help with power lifters. They can get a Chris Army Knife upgrade. I don't know that flashing mechanics ever gonna be like super important, but I can see a world where somehow that helps. No, I really can't. It's almost certainly worse than just selling a large gold item. Hey, speak of the devil, it's a large gold item. Going to toss this and pick up the forklift. Sells burn items, get an item, non-weapon items. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for fiber optic cable, and if I get that, I can use it to replace this. Really, I'm looking for skills. These are just not the vendors I want. Burn items, if they're anything useful for me, would be enchanted. So I'm gonna take non-weapon items because enchanted would cost me all of my money. This is generate income later. I have the money to take it and benefit from it. And I'll take the Aiden upgrade, even though it's relatively minor, because again, I just have the money to do it. But basically nothing of value here. Gain a friend, gain 2 XP, max health. I'm gonna push XP, I think. There's no friend that opens up anything new to me. The important thing is having the friends for synergies. I don't need them to be high level. My combat core is already maxed. I don't want any medium or large items. Toss this forklift. Crypto's in the trash. I think I'm taking 3 spare change. I'm gonna look at poison skills. I think it's almost guaranteed not to matter. But if there is an own X trigger poison, that starts a sort of a loop that you can do. Unfortunately, all of these just give poison to something that already has poison, so we're out. The only way I lose to Vanessa is if she kills me first, right? I'm going to outscale and kill her. So there's like at least part way some consideration to should I just scale up shield. If it's poison Vanessa, I die. We put it on this side because I can probably win against weapon Vanessa by just outperforming them. And poison Vanessa will kill me 100% if I put it on the left side. So I have no way of knowing. It's going to be beatdown. Oh, hey, she's wearing her amulet. Lifting, Deadly Eye. This is the deck that I thought I might be able to be better against by scaling shielding. Let's see if I just die immediately. It does not look like I do. So I made the right call. Definitely made the right call. Wasn't close at all. All right, we have lost and found, small non-weapon items, medium items. Let's take a look at slow skills. First time you use a large item, slow something. There we go. The first time you slow freeze, and when you use a tool, slow an item for 1 second. So Hamlet will slow this. Oh, right, Hamlet really wants to be part of a factory build, because then you get multicast on him so he charges himself stupidly quickly. That's the idea here. When you use a tool, slow an item for 1 second, he charges himself 3 times because you have multicast 3. I do think just net launcher to immediately slow them and give myself more time is still incredibly valuable. Small friend, temporary boost, sells items. We'll see what random upgrades we can get, because, like, obviously a board with Uzi is not a final board. That's enough to put them not in permanent haste, but a lot closer to it. So yeah, we take the GPU upgrade every time, and then we re-roll, because the rest of this is not going to affect us in any way. The game really wants me to have bought that GPU core and scaled the hell of it, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't think we can take Radiant Corsair. Can we? We have to deal 6,000 damage before he kills you with burn. Does he actually deal any burn? 1 second. He really doesn't deal much burn at all. He's basically just an anchor build. And as somebody who has a ton of armor and very low base health, that doesn't actually scare me very much. I'm gonna put the GP over here, give myself a little bit of shield scaling instead of damage scaling, just in case I'm getting outpaced too hard by the anchor. And I think that's really all I need to do to beat Radiant Corsair. I'm ready to get slapped down and regret this forever. Bonk's very, very good with no risk, but like the difference you get for fighting Radiant Corsair, 3 experience and 5 gold. Well, wait, he doesn't actually deal any burn. If he doesn't deal any burn, then I'm overthinking this. I just outscale and live. I don't need to put any damage into him. Although this is charging nothing presently, which is obviously a little bit shit. I'll move these over because charging the core is worthless if there's nothing to the right of the core really. But I think I can just do this and live through the sandstorm. There's no fatigue. I just have to survive anchor, and I can play an incredibly well-scaling shield build here.
I'll make ye my pet. Come perch on my shoulder.
Yeah, like this doesn't actually scale burn for shit. The lighthouse is very random. Yeah, I'm already vastly above anchor. I'm gonna go get a drink, pour a glass of water, because this build is a foregone conclusion. I was right, Radiant Corsair stands no chance in hell against this. By the time I finish the sentence, we're already gonna be above double his health. We win in Sandstorm, easy peasy.
Best watch the horizon, matey.
And we come back to a brand new fiery katana. I'm sure Dooley can make great use of this with his big new arms. Core cooldown speed is very good. And random items is probably just gold, which I have plenty of presently. 3 gold, chocolate bars, non-weapon items. Give me some fiber optics, man, come on. Yet another GPU core and more bugged DJ robots that I wouldn't want even if they did work. Schematics is interesting. I'm pretty sure it's terrible, but it's interesting. At the worst, it's 8 gold for 8 crit chance, right? Is that worth it presently, since I'm playing a beatdown deck? No. No, it's not.
I suppose you'll go by
Haste slow. I like haste slow and cooldown items, but skills, man, skills. Contox clocks, it surely can sell the fiber optics, right? Let's fix my board from the Radiant fight. If we get fiber optics, what gets tossed? GPU probably. This goes all the way to the left, and it just gives us a crazy amount of charge on this. The Uzi actually just works than the soldering gun, I suppose. Skills have so many whiffs. Haste, slow, and cooldown has like one very, very massive hit. It is not this at all. Man, I cannot get away from DJ Robot for my life. Oh, I apparently have crypto that I should be checking the value of constantly. My bad. It's bronze crypto, I think? Yes. Anyway, let's go see how this other Dooley is winning. He's at 4 wins, I'm at 5. We're pretty similar, although based on the amount of prestige he's missing, he's only got he's got 1 less win than me. It seems like he lost fairly late, so I think I'm poised to just murder this man. Furious beeping. First time you haste, I'm gonna have a random freeze. I'm expecting an Aiden. What do you do? Wait, what does he do? Where's the part that does stuff? Sir, Sir, you're Dooley. Where's the broken scaling? Like, there sure was a lot of haste going on, but it didn't fucking do anything. All right. If we had won that first day, I'd feel so confident in a diamond win right now. But because we have to go to day 11 at least, I'm a little bit more stressed. Do I take the max health? No, I take cooldown reduction. What on earth am I talking about? I'm so stupid sometimes. Before I go on, crypto's still in the trash. This is damage scaling. The rest of this doesn't do anything except for coconut and citrus. And even though I have a lot of money, I don't know that I would use it on such minor benefits. I might take the citrus. I will take the citrus. I'll toss this now just to like get a better representation of how much money I have. Take the citrus, and honestly, with how much money I actually have having sold that fiery katana, let's go ahead and roll. Does this do anything when you sell it? Yes, it scales up. Probably the core. Definitely the core. Will anything ever get multicast? No. So toss all these. Extract does nothing. Your leftmost slow item gains slow, but we don't have one. Interestingly, the core doesn't have the shield tag. Does Spiked Buckler affect it anyway? Yes. Blue Nanas as well. Oh wait, shield's not a tag. I'm just an idiot. Weapon's a tag, so shield items just like a phrasing that got me a little bit confused. No CDR at all from that. I'm going to take 2 experience, keep trying to push ahead on the EXP. Now that I've killed Radiant Corsair, that allows me to do a lot more pushing, I imagine. I mean, there's no friend I really care about. Pierre? Pierre's pretty good. Would I give up haste and all of this charging for Pierre, though? No. I would just put him in my bag and wait till he turned diamond. So I'm gonna go to items and keep trying to find that fiber optic, which does not exist, I tell you. Now, if you want to upgrade Brick Buddy, that we can do for you. No, thank you. In fact, I'm going to sell Brick Buddy now, because the fact that he's being offered to me makes me even less likely to take him. Crypto's still in the gutter, by the way, because I don't want a silver Brick Buddy. If I'm going to bring a Brick Buddy in later, it's going to be a good Brick Buddy. Hamlet is not necessarily something I need to sell. It's a very tiny amount of gold. And I can 100% take Robo-Belt, so the issue is just like, am I safer? I can just do the beatdown. I don't need to do shield. There's no scaling damage here, I just kill him. Every time I look at Robo-Bouncer, I think I'm forgetting something where he scales and he's actually scary. And it's just not there. The scary thing is like, what if he 16% crits you for 600? And even that just isn't that much. Yet more 24 gold katanas, thanks. Get a friend or find any item in the bazaar. I've got a good chunk of gold. I'll roll like 5 or 6 times on this. How good's a battery? Charge the item to the left of this 3 seconds. Not that good, to be honest. Really not that good. Scrap metal gets me a core upgrade, but like, how good is that? Presumably, pretty good. I assume that the charge value is going to change, so the haste on the friend core gets better at diamond. And I am actually just going to call it on scrap metal on the assumption that it actually does something. My core doesn't really shield. I guess I do have the other shield core. I'm going to take the health scaling. None of that seems particularly good. And we're going to see, it's currently 5.5, 1 on both sorts of charging. Now it's 4.5, so yes, it's notably faster. That's very good. We have Cell's freeze skills. I can't imagine I go anywhere else. Can we find some sort of trigger that we can enable some other way? The first time you haste, so I can get Aiden in here. The first time you slow. Don't I already have the slow mechanism from somewhere else? Yes, it goes off here. So this would cause me to freeze after the core attacks. I can also just take it directly, the same thing, for less gold. Okay, I'm gonna take initial chill instead, because it's literally the same thing, but for 3 less gold. All of these are first time effects, so there's no decision making beyond this.
You know that, right?
Sell this. Crypto's finally doing well. Do I want to put this in just for scaling purposes? It doesn't scale yet. You have to find fiber optics. I'm so dumb. All right, normal Dooley. Let's see what you have. Oh shit, tempo staff. I didn't know that was a tag. I think this is my first time fighting somebody with that. Their Dooley is There's a lot of skills up here, so I have to read all of them before I think they're going to die. Freezing does appear to be happening to my board at least a little bit. No, they're dead as shit. There's so many cards on Dooley where my memory of it is like, yeah, that card's bad. Yeah, this card's bad. Yeah, that card's bad. I don't know what any of the skill icons are. So that board was just like a panic attack where I have no idea how good that's actually going to be. I guess I take small and large items for the possibility of upgrading. Oh yeah, also for the fiber optics, obviously. This is not it. And once again, no. Give the core plus 5% crit for the fight. It's 5 seconds long. While you have burn, reduce the cooldown. Probably irrelevant. Did this exist before the patch? I swear to God, I've never seen this card before in my life. It's not good. 7 seconds to freeze is just like not that strong of an effect. Pierre puts it to absolute shame. Do I want to go for non-weapon items for the fiber optics, or do I want to go for weapon skills? Weapon skills are almost always just damage. They're not like interlinking things. They're super cool. Okay, so I had heard this, but I hadn't really seen it, so I wasn't sure. Apparently, Robotics Factory did not get the nerf. But in Beatdown, like, getting the multicast on my guys doesn't really counteract the fact that I lose 3 slots. Is there an argument that I buy this just to have it in my bank? I have the gold to make 24 gold tech decisions. Like, there's nothing else I'm gonna need other than, like, diamond skills, I suppose. We're killing all the NPCs. We have so much money. I think I can afford to buy this as a backup plan and nothing else. Cool, we'll invest in crypto and be on our way again. This is getting very frustrating. None of these have any... Oh wait, Elite Duelist, I believe. Is he the one with the lifesteal skill? 1 second. Big Ego is the skill Elite Duelist has that just gives you lifesteal. He also has 2 less gold, 2 less experience than Enclave Revenant, which is universally, unquestionably good. I'm gonna go for Enclave Revenant. Getting the Big Ego would be nice, but it's such a small chance compared to always getting the value from this. I suppose everything is a small chance, so maybe that's not a real argument. Like, the value of gold and experience is a random chance that comes later. It's the enchantment roll. It's the things you can get in shops. Maybe I should have taken the chance for Big Ego. Yeah, I think that was a logical fallacy I was falling into. Just because I get this stuff doesn't make it consistent. I still have to use it on random chances later. Upgrade your leftmost item. I was kind of hoping to find an item I wanted to upgrade. I mean, we can upgrade Walter Core, which is pretty minor. We can upgrade this, which is permanent haste, actually. So the plan, if I get fiber optics, we need to drop Walter Core then. I'm not abandoning my current plan. I don't have the other pieces I would need anyway. That is pretty damn close to permanent haste. Bronze tier junk items and garbage, so garbage is in a different way, I guess. Let's toss this and move this over. Hamlet gets to stay now because he's actually a part of a backup plan, and I'm gonna start juggling all of the things here that do anything for me. And we're gonna put everything that matters in any capacity on this man. I guess we'll take the crit chance and the max health as well. We'll re-roll and see if anything like cooldown reduction does exist. Never, ever. We'll take the regen happily.
Reuse everything.
And I'll take the damage to all weapons, both of them. Almost forgot about the second one. Moving back to the right, and get out of here. Large items, gumballs, burn item. Wow, none of that's helpful. None of that's helpful at all. I've got the gold to get gumballs, but it feels like I'm just burning 10 gold for no reason. I'm gonna take the burn item. It could be high rank. Yeah, that's 6 gold. I'm happy with that. Now, also, what did you just tell me? 4-second cooldown, charge an item 2 seconds. That's not bad. Burn both players 6 is a bit shit. No, it's not good enough. Do I want to drop Walter for this PvP fight just to put anything else on the board? Walter's pretty terrible. I'm gonna put the soldering gun on the board. It doesn't have the fiber optics yet, but it's still 3 triggers on charge the core. It's still 3 triggers on scaling. I don't need fiber optics. And at this point, Walter's pretty minor, and even though this Vanessa's clearly fumbling, like, I can't switch to defense and know I'll roll her because she could just be Poison Vanessa. And Poison Vanessa is very, very common these days. If anyone's just watching videos and not playing the ladder yourself, honestly, you'll probably still see Poison Vanessa everywhere. Also, what the fuck Vanessa is this? How do you kill me? Oh, you have flashy reload, and your ammo items are going to crit, I guess? Not very often. I'm not sure what that build was. There's a reason it's not doing particularly well. Sell weapons, experience at the right price, and if this were the end of the day, I would take relax every time. I'm going to say that weapons are generally useless to me. I've got the weapon I need. I'm gonna buy the experience instead. Get a friend, get a tool, burn items have reduced cooldown. I could believe fiber optics is a tool. I don't think it is. It's more like a material, which means none of this is useful. So I'm gonna get a friend and pray to God it's Pierre. Hey missiles, you're actually kind of part of that combo. Missiles because it can charge the core. Well, without the friend core, I guess it matters less. I don't think missiles has long for this board. Small items as opposed to basically useless shit. Yeah, we're looking for one specific small item. We've been doing it for ages. Please, Andre, help me out. No, your name's not Andre, Andy. You're just missing the R. You're one letter off of being an Andre.
If you want something big and ugly,
I think Awakened District kills me. I think he hits me for 6,000 before I scale up. I don't actually think that's true. His signature item, I'm gonna quickly do a double check. It's like a 12-second cast time, right? Yeah, Soul of the District, 12-second cast time. This dude's getting rolled. I can't believe I thought he was going to one-shot me. Because this has shield equal to your health and damage equal to your shield, so it's initially very scary. However, what's actually going to happen is we're just going to murder him way, way, way before it goes off. The part where we slowed both of his items and it actually never went off was pretty funny. Wait, does it get to go off? It does! For all of 400. Your shield items have plus shield equal to the value of your items. Well, let's figure out what that actually means. That means plus 34. That's pretty damn solid, to be honest. Select skills or non-weapon items. If I could drop this Uzi for the fiber optics, my damage output goes to the moon. Because then instead of charging this for like 1/5 basically of a charge on this, like the Uzi's so bad. I'm gonna go for non-weapon items because there's so many things that can outperform this Uzi. The fact I haven't found one is kind of wild.
Big bargains.
What's my current crypto at? It's at 2. Fine. We'll invest into crypto more and maybe we'll come out the other side better for it. Charging station. When you use an item to the left of this, charge the item to the right for 2 seconds. When you use the core, give it 40 damage for the fight. So this scales up both of my cores every time they go off. And when I use this core, which is pretty damn frequently, we'll charge this core by 2, which is like half its cast time. Obviously, we just dump these 2. Is that right? I lose a lot of triggers on this and on that. I don't think it is. I think charging this for more matters less because of all the triggers on its scaling that we lose. This could be a throw, but I'm pretty sure that's bait. Tools have lower cooldown, gain income, upgrade your leftmost shield item. Wallace is probably the choice there unless there's something sitting in the bank that can benefit meaningfully. Going to take the upgrade on Wallace, I suppose. No, I kill people. I'm going to take the upgrade on damage speed. Enchanted item with burn effects versus some garbage. What is the best burn effect I could use? Obviously not this. It would just burn for more. Neither of my cores are currently enchanted. And I don't want to haste the GPU because I'm making plans to throw it out. We're definitely enchanting something with burn. Can you even enchant the GPU? Yes. So presumably the GPU would do some sort of benefit to the core with burn. And if it just like goes off and burns, then that sucks, but that's not that much worse than what these are doing. So I'm gonna enchant the GPU and see if it goes to the moon and gives them both burn. No, it has the burn on itself. That's pretty terrible. Well, it'll be worth more when I sell it. A floundering pig who's nearly dead on day 10? That doesn't sound like a crook's doing anything impressive. I mean, I'm ready to get blown out by the crook when it turns out he just got it late, but I don't really see crazy damage scaling pigs other than crook pigs anymore. Every big pig is a defensive pig. Yeah, this guy doesn't even kill me in 2 attacks. He does have 15,000 health, which is a fucking lot. I'm a little bit worried about that, because I have no shield scaling. I might just be dead, yeah. 15,000 health. Oh, it's just pawn shop and belt. What am I even looking for? I know what the answer is. That dog doesn't necessarily kill me. Come on, core. Oh, Dooley beatdown is too real. That was actually very close. If it weren't for the slow and free skills, I would be dead. I keep just seeing the generic skill vendor, which is far and away the least appealing skill vendor. At this point, I'm ready to just give up on Quicksoul. I only live because of the skills, but there are so many bad skills. I'm not filtering it down to specifically the stuff I care about. I'm gonna keep looking for the damn fiber optics, and I'm gonna keep missing. That's not helpful at all. Brutal. Charge an item 3 seconds. Is it worth it now? No. If I weren't using the Uzi, I'd probably have lost the scale. Every bit of scaling I had just now was relevant. Yeah, charge an item for 3 seconds is effectively like something else goes off every time Nitro goes off. And burn 8's basically irrelevant in terms of how quickly I die or my opponents die. I have to believe that the Uzi is worse than this, right? If it triggers this, it's better than scaling. If it triggers this, it's basically the same as this going off a second. The Uzi's so shit. I'm going to take Nitro. I don't even like it. But like, surely Diamond Nitro is going to do more for me than a Bronze Uzi if my only goal was to go off over and over again. And I'm going to take experience because nothing here is going to help me. We've already established that the Awakened District can't beat us, so we're going to take the maximum experience and maximum gold. You're going to feel for how much faster or slower this is with Nitro. There's not really an animation other than the bar moving for Nitro, so it's a little bit hard to process exactly what it's doing. Because like if I'm looking at the wrong side of my monitor, it doesn't mean anything. It's also able to randomly target stuff that's already mostly going off. I will say, the fact that he has 25 burn means Nitro is doing not completely negligible damage. I feel like we went off meaningfully fast at that time, but I don't really know if that's true at all. All right, who here is the least valuable? We're never farming with Walter Core anymore. Your value's -2? How did crypto crash this hard? 1 second. Gonna report my very serious bug. Hamlet's never... I say Hamlet's never happening. I don't know if that's the case. His damage isn't scaled at all. I need multiple skills for him to happen. Aiden's much more likely to come onto my board. And if I find Pierre, missiles is a big part of getting him to go off very, very quickly. None of this is very appealing, so friend cooldown it is. All right, Andy, please, for the love of God, man, fiber optics, have you ever seen one? He's got a Chris Army knife. That's definitely what we needed. That'll make the difference. Jesus Christ, this item doesn't exist. Enchanted item with haste effects. This is multicast 3. I feel like putting haste on something with multicast 3 is typically pretty good. Counterpoint, this goes off every 3.8 seconds, has permanent haste, so it's going to be every, it's not quite permanent haste, but pretty close. But for the sake of argument, let's just say it's half speed. So 1.8 seconds, and then it's getting charged like an amount. I think soldering gun's still going off more. What do you do? Haste 1 item for 1 second, multicast 3. I was kind of hoping for more, but I guess you are a silver item. Oh my God, it's the former president of the United States, Barack Obama, for our 10th win. Well, I mean, there's nothing to change about the build. I've got a ton of backup plans. Crypto's at least at a positive number now, but let's go for it. Oh, I wonder, no, because it had a positive value. I was wondering like if the old value became permanent, but if 2 became permanent, it never winds up negative. What's your last item? Oh, it's a submarine. It's not Radiance, so it should get frozen shortly, which is bad for him, for obvious reasons. Although, where's all the damage come from? Oh, it's at multi-strike 3. Well, I think I don't die enough to lose. It has lifesteal. I have to basically one-shot him. I could lose. I don't die on the next hit unless it has crit chance. It does. I still lose. It's just 100% crit chance, multi-strike 3, so 750, 1.5k every 2.8 seconds was just enough to knock me out. Thanks, Obama. I'm gonna go with sell skills and see if we can't find something like Coolant Leak, because that would have just won the fight single-handedly. Your large items have 20% crit chance is tempting, but obvious fate. Where's Coolant Leak? That's what we actually need. What is... Oh, no, my cores are already maxed. I don't know what that would do. I feel like this shouldn't be showing up. Your items have increased shield equal to double your level. That's a lot of extra shield. That's currently 28 times 3 items. I would love to buy this and see if their cooldowns go down, like if you're upgrading scrap metal. But I don't think it does. And the shield value actually could make a difference. It probably won't, though. I'm gonna do science. Let's just see what happens. I imagine nothing. Yeah, nothing. Sick upgrade. Medium and large, shield skills it is. If nothing else, getting a shield skill here takes it out of the pool elsewhere. I can get a little bit of burn off of a shield off of those guys. I can't imagine that's good. Reserve shield for sure. And we can easily kill a Lord of the Waste.
The world whirls like the wind.
We still haven't gone to cheat death. I imagine just one of the next 2 people we fight will be weak enough to lose to us, but our damage scaling is not as cracked as I want it to be, so we cannot find the fiber optics to save our life. It's all right. Like, it's not bad. But if anybody's got, like, durability to speak of, we really struggle. We don't have freeze to lock down. I feel like Genie Lamp is way more common than it should be. I swear to God, that card has an increased drop rate. Anyway, toss the Landscraper. Crypto is, 1 second, let me report another bug. So apparently my speculation went really well because this silver crypto is actually golden crypto. So like, I'm rolling in it right now. Anyway, we'll take the Genie Lamp. And in terms of what do, it's probably just a ton of health. Core cooldown for sure, since we're a beatdown deck utilizing cores. The monster battle is tempting, but let's be honest with ourselves, nothing we do other than fiber optics really matters. Fiber optics charges this so many times for so much damage.
The price. You can't afford it.
And it doesn't exist. Andy, you are throwing the run, please, sir.
I understand. Class isn't for everyone.
I'll take crit skills, even though I think I have a total of no crit scaling. Just to confirm, I have 5% crit on that somehow, but that's it. When you burn, your items gain 2% crit chance for the fights. I mean, that's damage scaling. I can get 8% crit on everything, and I cannot use left eye while scaling. I guess I'm gonna take Tracer Fire, because it's technically damage scaling. And I'm going to go to this genie now, because it's Vanessa. They can have a finite amount of burst.
I grant you.
It's day 12. I have 8 prestige. If I take 3 prestige twice, it puts me to 11 and 14, and I don't cheat death. So I'm gonna take Wish for Fame twice, so that if I lose, I have more time. And then I'm gonna take Max Health.
The most common of all wishes.
And this Vanessa's on their last breath at 7 wins, so I don't even think I'm going to lose. I just wanted to be safe to it.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Alright, that's some diamond skills, but they don't scale crits. Oh, this build never came together at all. They're just dead in the water. They have actually nothing. I've had these Vanessa games today where like you do your best, you have a multi-strike ship that deals an amount of damage, and it's nowhere near enough in the late game. I'm talking about a ship for someone who's dead.
I got another salvo.
And that's how I felt with it all the time in those games, is I was so close to winning and it just was never enough. He does appear to have like a lot of skills I didn't really bother reading, but yeah, it's so easy to find myself in that spot as Vanessa where I'm at 7 wins and late in the game and I can't close it out. I wasn't expecting to go 10 wins on Dooley. Combat Armor Beatdown appears to be pretty well positioned in the meta now that the instant burst decks are all pretty much out. You're still terrified of Crook. I didn't find a single Crook Pig and I got 10 wins. I think that might be related. But aside from Crook Pig, there's not really a ton of super consistent aggro decks on the ladder. So I sort of understand why this sort of Dooley's... Why did it just jump over? Don't worry about it. I understand why this sort of Dooley is doing well right now. Especially when the alternatives, like the slow tanky Dooleys, are countered by Poison Vanessa, which I also didn't see. Like, it's very weird to put a video up after the patch with 0 Crook Pig, 0 Poison Vanessa. This is not an accurate snapshot of the meta at all. But I'm happy I managed to take Dooley to 10 wins. I was expecting to just, like, get rolled by Crook Pig and show you the other side of the coin from what I've been playing on. Off camera, almost all I do is terrorize the ladder as Crook Pig, because I want to unlock cosmetics, I want to get higher in the ladder. And playing as Dooley doesn't seem conducive to doing that to me. But I guess I can get 10 wins on him and should be playing him more often. But I don't know how reliable this is. It feels a lot like playing Knife Vanessa, where I have very specific core pieces that I can't reliably find. Maybe that's not true. Maybe you can force large combat armor early because it's like a silver or bronze item even. If I let myself ramble about Dooley, I'll go on about in circles forever. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I've been Rather Incoherent. Thank you for watching. If you didn't make it this far, please do like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff really does help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. And I cannot overstate my gratitude for my supporters, both as patrons on Patreon and channel members here on YouTube. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.